Let's go with that. Kynan, how are you, my friend? Thank you. I have had a headache for over a week now. So, yes, you are absolutely bringing the energy today. Hang on. There, no distractions.
They never heard the energy because I forgot to check to see if my mic was correctly inputted again, and it had changed because OBS had an update. So I'm here with the energy, but we didn't talk for 15
Oh, here
minutes
we
this
go.
time like before.
That
Hooray.
I forgot about that, but
Yeah, that
good
was a fun
times.
time.
Good
That
times.
was a fun time that time.
Very fun. Very fun.
Much of the fun. Every of the fun, as they say.
I don't know who they are, but yes.
Yes, they do
And by
say.
that, I mean that's usually me. I am they.
Yeah. Oh, you're they. Sorry. I referred to you as he before. But, uh, anywho,
Bro.
let's talk some hockey, shall we? All right, we're introducing a new segment here that I wanted and Jeff approved of, and so we're going to be in hockey. There's a new collective bargaining agreement that has mostly been completed. There's still couple things, I believe, but most of it's been figured out. We're not going to be going into a lockout next year. They figured out the new CBA well in advance of it being needed. So we're all grateful to that. Gary Bettman has learned to not. He didn't want a hat trick of lockouts.
You know,
Or
hat-tricks are
maybe he
normally a
has
good thing.
had. Maybe like more than that. I think there's been 3 under him.
I think so.
Yeah. One like when you were born, one in 05, and then one when I was in grade 10. So like 2012, 2013.
Oh, you were 10th grade during that one. Oh, gross. I'm old. How long has he been in? Now that
Oh,
we're
since
talking about it.
since the 90s, early 90s.
Okay.
Like I think the last year that a Canadian team won the Stanley Cup was the first year he was the commissioner.
See here. He's 73. I knew he was old, but I'll give him credit. He looks good for 73.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's it. Explain. Hey, the NFL's commissioner just passed away this last week.
Oh, old. Different. Old commissioner, not the current commissioner.
Oh, I thought it was the current commissioner. I was like, oh man,
Yeah,
that's
no.
crazy. That's
There
wild.
would literally be parties in every NFL town if
Oh,
Roger
yeah,
Goodell
fair.
was the one that
Fair,
died.
fair.
February
Anywho.
1st, 1993.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. Well, then, so he's done a good job this time, and we've gotten the CBA in time. And so there's a host of new rules that we wanted to start sharing. So this week's CBA rule of the week, new rule of the week, is on the playoff salary cap. So, Jeff, prior to now, has there ever been a salary cap in the playoffs? Has it ever applied? No.
Nope.
No, it has not. Teams, although needing to be salary compliant during the regular season, could just ignore that as a mere suggestion during the playoffs. And Jeff, who of our recent Stanley Cup winners have taken advantage of that?
The Florida Panthers.
And
Repeat the question. Are you asking for winners?
yes, winners. Who of the winners of recent years?
I mean, I guess Vegas did win it recently.
And
It's been Florida for so long. I forgot any other team exists. Did Tampa go over?
Mm-hmm. Yep, with Nikita Kucherov pulling a Mark Stone.
That's right. Yep. Okay.
So, under the new CBA, this rule, which begins this year, so technically the CBA comes into effect at the start of next season, but some rules are applying this season, and this is one of them. So, the playoff salary cap. All teams must be salary cap compliant for each game of the Stanley Cup playoffs that they play in. Meaning, You cannot have someone who is on LTIR during the regular season. Season ends, playoffs begin. You at the trade deadline got someone that, with that person on LTIR, would put you over the cap. And then voila, now you're over the cap. So to demonstrate how this would look with our wonderful Florida Panthers as the example, if we were to look at last year's Game 6 lineups between the Oilers and the Panthers, the Oilers, and keep in mind, the salary cap was $88 million last year. The Oilers rostered an $80.6 million team. Florida Panthers, $91 million with a few extra charges, putting them at $93 million cap hit. Jeff, is that less than 88?
I'm not a math guy. Last I checked, 93 is bigger than 88.
So yeah, none of those shenanigans. But the Oilers were the ones that were investigated for that sort of thing with Evander Kane.
Yeah. Yeah. Go figure. Don't get yourself too worked up yet. You have plenty of time for that. We're going to be talking in depth about the Oilers today.
Well, you are. I'm kidding. All right. Well, yeah.
Short show this week, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about some cool things first. There have been in the last couple of weeks, Jeff, a lot of player signings.
There has. Carter Hart. Anybody remember that guy?
Who?
Cleared of all charges, has now been signed by the Vegas Golden Knights. And I hate to do it, but I will give the overall NHL fan base some credit. This was only a major controversial deal for about 6 hours, and then everybody just kind of moved on and stopped whining about it.
I think because it's Vegas and they're like, eh.
Yeah, I fully expected as the trial was going on, any of these guys come back to the NHL and get signed, they're going to be outcast forever. The team that signs them is going to be outcast forever. Everybody's nonstop going to complain. Credit where due. People complained for a few hours, and I have not seen anything since, to the point where I literally, until today, forgot that he was back in the league.
Well, he's not been playing any games. As far as I know, he's been just essentially having training camp to get back up to speed because he hasn't been playing hockey the last few years.
It's like December 1st or something. They're eligible to play something
also
like that.
Also, they...
Yeah.
They can just be practicing with the team or something right now.
See if I can find it real quick. I'm not going to... Too hard. Yeah. He is currently on a PTO with Vegas, not eligible to play in NHL games till December 1st.
But once he does, his contract 2 years by $2 million.
Yep. So that's a very good prove-it deal for somebody like him. If he can play as well as he was playing before everything happened, $2 million is a steal.
Vegas will take that with Aiden Hill's recent struggles and now injury.
Yeah, it's a good thing I got him in fantasy. Anyway, who else got signed? Thomas Harley. 10.5 by 8.
Yeah, so this one's interesting. When you compare it to both Heiskanen's and then other things like Bouchard's contract and how that all compares and people getting their money. Dallas is kind of in a little bit of cap trouble, honestly, through all this because they're projected to be over the cap. They're currently under it, but somehow projected. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but when you've got that'll be next year, I guess, with Harley making 10.5 there, Heiskanen only 8.5. And currently Heiskanen's a bit better of a defenseman, but oh gosh, I love Thomas Harley. He's so fun to watch.
He's one of those that very good, very talented, very fun to watch, very under the radar. People don't really talk about him much. I mean, I'm sure if you're in Dallas, you probably hear a lot about him, but outside of Dallas, I just don't hear his name talked about all that much. So, he'll
be on the U.S. Olympic team.
Yeah, very fun player. But yeah, 10% of their cap for a team that we spent like 45 minutes at the end of last season talking about how bad Dallas was in cap hell and then all summer watching them shed salary. We
And
knew
they're
they were
still in
gonna.
cap hell.
Yeah,
They're
they were
still-
still in cap hell, and then they make all these huge signings. It's like I don't know what Dallas is trying to do, but good luck to you? Question mark.
Let's sign
Okay.
Rantanen for 12 million, and yeah, and then we also then re-signed Rupe Hintz, and we also signed Wyatt Johnston to 8.4, and we still actually have to figure out how to re-sign Jason Robertson somehow.
And that'll be an interesting one too, because last year there were some whisperings coming up that Robertson might have to go. Does that come back this year? Who knows? What happens if Dallas doesn't figure things out and they don't make it to the playoffs or they don't make it to the conference final? How
I mean, they're
bad does
making the
Dallas just start
playoffs.
blowing everything up?
They're fine. They're not gonna blow things up.
I'm not saying they're not. I'm not saying they're not fine. I'm not saying they're in danger of missing the playoffs, but I'm just saying as a what if. Because anything can happen, especially this year. Who the heck would have guessed some of the stuff that's going on this way?
Yeah.
This year, rather.
Yeah. There's
Um,
some other ones. We can quickly list off the other
Yeah.
couple signings. We talked about Lane Hudson in our previous.
Did
Sure.
we? Okay.
That was in the mid. That was October. That was a month ago. That
Okay.
Hudson was signed.
Holy, that was a month ago. Hey, Lane Hudson got signed, everybody.
Yeah.
As like I said, I have had a migraine for like a week now. So my brain is not working here.
Yeah, we got Jacob
So,
Markstrom. 6
I'm
million
just
by
gonna quit
2.
looking at things.
Reading is hard. everything.
Ugh.
And then we got Martin
Everything's
Necas as well, 11.5 million by 8 years, so they've locked him up. He's been
Here-
fitting in so well with Nathan McKinnon.
Here's one that I kind of thought of, and then when I started seeing some of the numbers, it really made me start questioning. Let me see if I can find the. Yeah. So, do we all remember last year in Colorado? They had a homegrown talent, and there was some drama going on because they didn't want to. They wanted to pay him a bunch, but it wasn't enough, and they didn't want to give him a big bag. So they traded him to the Hurricanes. And then the Hurricanes traded him to Dallas. Does anybody remember how much Rantanen was wanting? What he was asking for?
12.
And what did they offer?
To him or to
11.6.
11.6.
They wouldn't bump that up to 12 to get Rantanen. But they're now saying that Natchez, no knock on Natchez, very, very good, like you said, fitting in incredibly well there. They were willing to give him 11.5 a year. Somebody make it make sense. The only thing I can think of is it was, oh crap, we screwed up. Let's not screw up again. Even though
It has to be that.
Rantanen is way above a Natchez.
Yeah, I mean that has to be it. It has to just be. It seemed like they made a mistake, and they're like, dang it. Now
We can't afford to make a mistake again. Yeah.
Like at least they're learning. They're learning.
Yeah. There's that.
That's what it
That
seems like. Anyway.
that was just an interesting one that I started thinking about when I saw he got signed. I was like, well, I mean, good on him. He fits in well there. He's doing a great job. He's a very good player. What's the deal here? Started making me wonder. So, big deal? No, just kind of an interesting tidbit there. Anyway,
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Also, quickly on the injuries, Adam Lowry, captain for the Jets, coming back, and Pierre-Luc Dubois out 3 to 4 months again with a core surgery.
true statement. Yep, I just saw that one today. Had abdominal muscles fixed, 3 to 4 months. Are we gonna get the old PLD where he's gonna start complaining about everything? Who knows?
I don't know.
We'll see.
Washington needs to figure out how to be bad already because I don't understand how they're good.
I don't think anybody understands them right now.
They're just living off the buzz of Ovechkin and all his greatness. Speaking of greatness, we had some players inducted into Hall of Fame. Now, technically, these players had already been accepted in, but they were actually been inducted. They already were voted in, but it's actually happened now.
Yep.
One of them's your boy, though.
Big Z. Yep, Zdeno Chara. Officially a member of the Hall of Fame. Along with Jumbo Joe Thornton. Also former Bruin. Still mad that they got rid of him.
Technically a Bruin.
My dad sort of met him. I'll tell you that story later. And then Duncan Keith as well. That's a name I just haven't thought of in a while.
Yeah, I like Duncan.
Duncan Keith. Good old Blackhawks there. So yes,
And
as of
hey,
today.
Oilers legend Duncan Keith. Okay.
Yeah, let's
Hey.
go with that.
Yeah, Oilers legend Duncan Keith played his final season here. It was great. It was great. He supposedly helped Bouchard with his defensive game.
Nothing will help him at this point.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway.
I think you'd become the president of the Hall of Fame if you could help him with that. But anywho,
Oh boy.
some
You went
a
wrong.
future Hall of Fame player. Speaking of Ovechkin, he did it, Jeff. He did it again.
What did he do? What did he do?
He broke the record for most goals scored
What?
in the NHL.
He is at 900.
He did it. 900 goals.
Did you see the video?
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
of course.
Now, anybody who has watched this show before, all three of you, y'all know how much we hate Jordan Bennington. Anybody who watches hockey and is not a St. Louis Blues fan hates Jordan Bennington.
I'm
He
sure
is
some
just
St.
a
Louis fan.
terrible, yeah, probably.
Well, I
Just a
liked him in the
terrible
Four
person,
Nations.
a complete whiner.
I liked him in his rookie
Dude.
season in the Four Nations.
I hated him in his rookie season.
Yeah, I know you did.
Yeah. He was
When I
so
thought he was
salty
cool.
about giving up that 900th goal. He tried to steal the puck and hide it in his pants.
He was being cheeky. Like that's his personality. Like it or not, he's just trying
no
to be.
pun intended. I see the gears turning here. Cheeky. But
Ah, man.
yeah, there you go.
Puck in the pants. I more thought of puck in the pants.
Yeah, puck in the pants, but it was in the back of his pants, so he was putting it
It
on
was,
his
in the,
butt.
it was in the side.
Yeah.
It was in the side.
But yeah, Jordan Bennington sucks. Terrible person. He's not sorry. He came out in an interview.
Of course not. Of course he's
And
not
I had-
sorry about it. It's hilarious.
I had full
hilarious.
intention of giving him back the puck. No, you did not. You got
Yeah, you
caught,
did
and now you're not sorry for what
you
you
think
did.
he?
You're
You
sorry
think he
got-
actually? Did you actually think he thought he could get away with it? Did you actually think, with all the cameras around, you think that he doesn't know that he would be caught?
Yes. Having
You thi-
watched his interview, knowing how he is as a person and how he acts like a child, absolutely he thought he could get away with it.
No, no way. He was maybe trying to sell it on eBay, but no way.
Well, he did have
I
the
don't-
assist on
I
that
don't
goal,
buy it.
according to him. So
I don't buy that he thought he would actually be able to get away with it. He's just being funny. There's cameras everywhere. Of course, no one's gonna. Of course, he can't get away with it.
of course not, but it doesn't mean he doesn't think he can do it, and he's gonna
He
try.
does-
Especially when
Nah.
you give up a goal, you're not in your right mind. You're pissed. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like the guy.
That's
rubbed me the
I
wrong
don't
way.
like him either. I really hope he
Yeah.
doesn't become Canada's goalie again.
You know he will.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Okay, so I guess we technically have the order here of our topics slightly different, but we can flip them if you want. Which do you want? Do you want to talk about all the players and teams that are doing really well, or do you want to do the Oilers thing?
Nah, let's just keep it what you got on screen there.
Okay.
To set this up here,
Okay. Yeah,
I know
go
Kynan's
for
very
it.
excited about this, and this to me is half interesting and half gives him a platform to kind of push back and in a maybe not so nice way, but maybe nice Canadian friendly way, tell everybody to just shut up.
I've always said I'm more
Edmund-
American than Canadian. I'll just
That's
tell people
fair.
to shut up.
That's fair. That's fair. The
I
Edmonton
may say
Oilers.
sorry, but
Now, if you're not watching every one of their games, you're not paying a whole lot of attention to them, and you're just kind of generally aware of the league. The Edmonton Oilers are on a historic collapse. They're the worst team in the league. They are underperforming everywhere. The sky is falling in Alberta. They just lost 9-1 to Colorado. This is the worst loss since they lost 10-2 against the Buffalo Sabres in January 2009.
tied
They've
for
now
our
lost-
worst loss on home ice in history.
They've now lost 3 games in a row in 6 out of their last 10. There was footage taken of practice yesterday, the night after the game, that they got demolished, where McDavid and Bouchard are going at it a little bit. Not in a we hate each other, we're fighting kind of way, but it was a heated conversation. Spirits have been low in practice and in the locker room and in the clubhouse. Things aren't good in Edmonton right now. But if you actually pay attention and we start looking at the numbers and looking at what's going on, there's issues. There's things that need to be addressed. But the sky's not falling, is it, kind of?
Well, it all depends on who you listen to. But no, Jeff, the sky is not falling. Nothing is out of the ordinary. In fact, things are better. The first 2 points I want to make is one, this year, we've had 6 games in which we've blown a 2 or more goal lead and lost the game. I think in one of those, no, we blew one of those games, but we did win in overtime. But if you look at the previous years, especially last year, our problem was we couldn't score first or get ahead. We were always trailing in the third period. We have to do a miraculous comeback. This year, it's different. We're actually winning. We just can't hold on to the lead. What a great change of problems. We actually are scoring. We actually are winning at points of the game. We just then mess up. That feels like a much easier problem to solve than, oh crap, we're trailing. We got to press and just burn everybody out and blah, blah, blah. So that's point number 1. Point number 2, the Empty Netters podcast said it best. One of them said, I don't know why Oilers fans even pay attention during the first half of the season. You know your team's going to make the playoffs. Who cares? You know they're going to have a slow start. Just ignore it. Go do something else. Wait till the playoffs maybe just wait till the playoffs when they're fully good. Everyone's clicking, everyone's buzzing, and you go on your run. What do you do it? But no, here in Edmonton, oh, it's the worst. We got to trade this guy. No one has anyone. The defense sucks. Go goaltending can't do. Freaking shut up.
Let me just real quick one just to add fuel to that fire. I have seen the last 2 days. Knobloch is now in conversations of possibly being the first coach fired this year.
No
So
chance.
just add that.
I'm
add
sorry.
that to the fire for you.
The guy with the second best winning percentage or best winning percentage in his first 2 seasons in the NHL, the only coach since Stan Bowman to make it to the Stanley Cup Finals his first 2 years as a coach. I'm sorry. He's not the problem. Yeah, he's going to make mistakes. Yeah, there are things but maybe, just maybe, after we just signed him to an extension, let him cook. I'm sorry. I need to calm down. But
No, you
if
do that.
anyone feels like things are really, really bad in Edmonton and this is the worst it's ever been, allow me to take you on a history lesson. These are the results from the past 5 years of what the Oilers' record has looked like on November 10th. And I've included in 2025 2 different things. One before the Colorado game on Saturday, because that really messed up our numbers and a lot of things, particularly for our goalies. But just for contrast. So if we look historically, as of today, the Oilers are 6-6-4. They are fourth worst in the West technically, but things are very. We can quickly show how tight everything is here. So the Oilers with 16 points. Second place in the Pacific has 18 points. So literally one win and they're tied for second in the Pacific. So that's not the problem. Prior to losing to Colorado, we were 6-5-4 with a goal differential of only -2, which if we look back historically, Jeff, last year at this point, we were 7-7-1 with a goal differential of -8. In 2023, we were 2-9-1. We started the season 2-9-1 with a goal differential of -19. 2022, 8-7-0. Pretty mid. The only time in the last 5 years we've had a great start to the season was in there where we went 9-2-0 and we lost in the conference finals. But 2022, what happened? Well, 2021, we lost to who? The Colorado Avalanche, who won the Stanley Cup. That's 2021. 2022, we lost to the Vegas Golden Knights in the second round, who went on to win the Stanley Cup. In 2023 and 2024, we went on to the Stanley Cup flipping finals and lost to the Florida Panthers. But tell me, based off of all the results I just listed, why any of this, compared to now, should concern you. Tell me.
Oh, I'm not the one concerned. I can't tell you.
So you know what? Edmonton media, shove it. You can shove it. Yeah, the players should feel the heat. The players should feel bad about themselves, and they should feel like absolute garbage after getting pumped 9-1 by the Colorado Avalanche.
Yep.
But that doesn't mean all the rest of us should worry, panic, or be concerned. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, it's like I've said on the show, like I've said while we've talked, there's issues and there are things that need to be addressed in that team and in gaps that need to be filled. It's not perfect, but every time I see any report about the Edmonton Oilers, it's always, this team's terrible. This team's not meeting expectations. They're terrible. How the heck did they make the finals? They're not going to make the finals again. They're horrible. They have to do X, Y, and Z if they even have a chance of sniffing the playoff. They're 2 points out. One win, like you said, and it's like a 7-way tie for second in the Pacific. It's a little too early to be freaking out about this. Just a little bit. With that being said, top 3 things that need to get fixed on this team. Because I'm assuming you've been watching every game.
Mm-hmm.
Top 3 things that do need to get fixed. Because there are things that need to get fixed. There are things that need to get better. There are issues.
Effort,
what do they need to
attitude, and energy.
Okay. No personnel changes.
No.
Interesting. Okay.
To quote Chris Knobloch, I don't think goaltending was our biggest problem in that game. Because honestly, it should have been probably like 15-1 for the Colorado Avalanche. Stuart Skinner actually made some phenomenal saves in the first half of the game that he got to play before he got yanked.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, I don't think it's Stuart Skinner's fault that vegan Bobby Orr, a.k.a. Cale Makar, was left alone in the low slot. The first goal he scored with a screen. The second one just flat out. I'm sorry, the best defenseman to ever live, likely. And you just give him the puck with nothing but time and space, low, close to the net. I'm sorry, I don't think that's on my goalie if he scores. That's just my take.
Real quick.
If we're talking like Matt Rempe here, then maybe it's on the goalie. But
can we let the people at home know where the nickname Vegan Bobby Orr comes from? He invented this today, everybody.
I mean, I've entered a couple.
Is Is Kale McCarr a vegan, kind of?
No,
Then why are you calling him the vegan Bobby Orr?
because he is the modern day Bobby Orr, and his first name is Kale. And that to me just is a funny connection.
Pretty bad, folks. Pretty bad. That's why you keep coming back. We love it.
Yeah, yeah. hey, what? Those worse nicknames. And
Oh,
I'm the
much
only one
worse.
who's going to be calling him that. But yeah, maybe giving up shorthanded breakaways. You know, sometimes you'd like your goalie to have a save a breakaway, and I will say the Oilers goalies, that is not exactly their forte.
Yeah.
But maybe giving their best players tons of high danger scoring opportunity, going into the third period, just from the first two periods, the slot shot differences. I believe Colorado had 16 slot shots. Edmonton had 5.
What does that tell you, everybody?
Maybe there was a reason it was 5 or 6-1 going into the third period.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
Yep.
So, I agree with Chris Knobloch, but sometimes, and this has happened all the time. If we look back at if we look back at this example, there were key moments in each of those seasons where the Oilers had their butts just kind of finally handed to them severely enough that they flipped it around. And there's, last year, everyone remembers the little video or the little picture of McDavid and Draisaitl just looking at each other after getting their butts handed to them by Washington, I believe it was. And then they went on a 10-game winning streak or something. There was a photo of like that from the Colorado game. There was a moment like that. So tonight they play Columbus. Let's see how it goes.
Can I give you one more interesting tidbit there? If you bring that chart back up for me.
Mm-hmm.
I've been hearing a lot. There's been a lot made. McDavid is washed. McDavid is off to a bad start. McDavid can't
so
score.
true. So true.
Now, I will credit where due. He does only have 5 goals. Somebody like him, I expect a lot more than that. However, let's take a look at the goals for on that chart that we have here.
Yeah. He is second in assists.
Second in assists, yeah. So he's still
behind
doing work.
Evgeny Malkin of all people. Like, what the heck?
Right? Like,
Where
where
did
did
he-
Gino come from?
We
This
found the
is
fountain.
why, like, this is such a weird year, and you can't predict anything. But let's look at our goals for. How many goals for Edmonton this year?
47. Counted them myself.
And the best year out of the last 5 was 2021. They had the best record up to November 10th. How many goals for?
47. Counted them myself.
Interesting. So they're scoring just as many goals as they were from the beginning.
Yeah,
Can we
that's weird.
stop with the Edmonton's not scoring thing and the Edmonton's washed and Connor McDavid sucked? Can we stop with all that? Yeah, McDavid only has 5 goals, but he's been dishing the assist in spreading those goals out. The goals are still being scored. You've got McDavid, Draisaitl, and RNH, all with very good point totals. If you look at the point totals, they are well on track to where they should be. There are issues, but let's quit overreacting to every little thing that happens. I think you harp on it all the time. I think largely it's an Edmonton media thing. I think that's compounded by the fact that it's just hockey in general. Hockey fans and hockey media, they say never insult your fan base. I'm sorry. I think that the NHL world has some of the least intelligent and most vocally obnoxious fans of anything out there. Why don't you just take 5 seconds to figure out what you're talking about before you start whining about it? McDavid's not an issue. Dude's got 18 assists. Stop it.
17.
Anyway, 17. Same difference.
That's Malkin with 18. Show some respect to your elders.
Oh, sorry.
Hey,
82-year-old
Gino.
Evgeny Malkin.
You will respect Gino, okay? one of the most underrated players in history. If it weren't okay, like Sidney Crosby would not have the success he's had without Evgeny Malkin. Show some respect, some gosh darn respect.
Full note on that too. He and Ovi traded jerseys the other night after they played, so that was kind of a fun little note.
They're buddies,
Yeah.
fellow Russians.
Yeah, that was a cool thing.
Yeah.
But
If it weren't for
Yeah.
Ovechkin, Malkin would be the most famous Russian player in the NHL right now.
yeah, probably.
But yeah, speaking of that, I'm sorry. Who is playing well right now, Jeff? I'm sorry. I don't know if I can read.
Everybody that we thought was not going to play well. Some people we thought were going to play well and are playing way above well. Let's take a look at these standings here. Can we take a look at who's leading the Pacific?
I can't zoom in anymore.
What?
Sorry. Who?
What?
Who?
Huh?
Who?
Even Ducks fans.
11, 3, and
Possible.
1? What?
Yeah.
63 goals for?
So I don't know how much you've looked into them or if you only saw what I put on the show map for today. Because from your responses, I'm thinking this is the first time you're looking at this stuff. Let me
No.
go over some
I'm
notes
a
here.
good actor. I'm a professional
Okay.
actor, Jeff. Come on. now.
Okay, I mean, fair. You are a professional. Define professional. Who cares?
You've
Anaheim.
been paid. I've been paid to act.
4+ goals in 6 straight games, and they're on a 7-game win streak. For anybody who might not be familiar, 4 goals in 1 game is a good chunk of goals. To do that 6 games in a row, it's kind of a big deal. They have currently the league's best winning streak at 7 games. Leo Carlson has 25 points in 15 games played. Second overall in the league.
Sorry. Who?
Yep. Leo Carlson. Ever heard of him?
This guy?
I hadn't until this year. Yeah, 25 points in 15 games. 10
He's
game
not a point per game
streak.
player, folks.
No.
So this is. If you have him
is
in
tied
fantasy,
for-
sell high. Sell high.
He is tied for 5th for the fewest games ever in NHL history to reach 25 points by a 20-year-old or younger player. And can we just take a quick look here? If we go back to the standings, how many points do they have?
23.
Who has more?
Colorado.
And who else? Nobody.
Colorado.
That's it. The Ducks are second in the league. 1 win away from tying Colorado for the league lead. Excuse me, what?
Yeah, and if we look at our top 5 here, Montreal is in there, and if we look at our top 10, there's Pittsburgh, Boston, Chicago, and Ottawa.
Chicago what?
The who said what? When?
Yeah.
Is this allowed?
Yeah. What is going on this year?
I don't know. This is.
It's
this
one of
is-
those
makes-
things.
It makes no sense. It really doesn't.
If you're looking at the numbers 2 weeks into the year, yeah, you're gonna have some pretty wacky stuff going on. Because the sample size just isn't there.
Yeah.
Now, look at 27th, by the way. Suck it.
And yet I saw someone list them as second in their NHL power rankings.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
I'm like,
The blinders are on for real.
yeah.
What was I saying? Oh, yeah. The sample size is still not, huge. Yeah, we're 2 months into the season. We haven't played a ton of
We're
games.
1 month. We're 1 full month. Because we
it's
started
like a
like
month
a
and a
week and a
week or
half into October, so it's been one whole
Yeah.
month.
Yeah. Yeah, so we have a decent sample size, still not huge, but
But we're more
we're
like
getting to the point where it's big enough of a sample size that we don't have the anomalies, that things are starting to actually take shape. And
we are a few
Anaheim is
extra
in
games
second
in. We're
place.
more than we're supposed to be because of the
Yeah,
condensed schedule.
yeah,
But yeah, like Minnesota, who we all were excited about, they're playing like garbage.
yep.
Tampa Bay's starting to turn around a bit.
Seattle's a
You know,
playoff team right now.
yeah. What?
Yeah,
Like how? I mean, they've had a mediocre last 10 games, but they started so strong and they're at least around decent. They can't score.
yeah,
They have the third worst goals for.
yeah. I mean, I don't think they're a great team, but like as of now, they're a playoff team.
Yeah,
Um,
that's crazy. I next week I might pull up some interesting stats that I found. The New York Rangers should have so many more goals than they do.
do it.
So many.
You heard
So
it here
many more.
first, folks. New York Rangers are the team of the week next year for a deep dive. Kind is bringing the receipts.
Honestly, I might bring some stats. I've learned some new ones, and so I can do some education.
Let's do it. Let's do it. With Anaheim, though, it's another team that you had mentioned there. Boston. The Beantown Bruins.
Carpat.
Does
Yes,
everybody
Carpat.
remember how bad this team was supposed to be this year? And then does everybody remember, because we were off last week, does everybody remember 2 weeks ago when we talked about Boston and how bad they were and how they had just snapped a 6-game losing streak and nobody was performing?
Well, they flipped that around a bit.
Yeah, they beat Colorado to start this current streak of 6 straight wins. And they are looking like a real team again. And the players on the ice are worse than they were last year. Definitely worse than they were 2 years ago. I'm just putting it out there now, and I fully own the Boston fandom bias. Nico Sturm for president.
What about Morgan Geeky?
Don't care. Nico
man
Sturm for
who-
president.
But Geeky, he's got such a fun name. Geeky.
He does. He does. But Nico Sturm. Now, we were talking last year as I break the cup holder on my desk.
It's okay.
John
You're
Tortorella.
not gonna need it.
No. John Tortorella is the kind of coach that he's going to get in there and he's not there to be your friend. He's going to discipline you. You show up late to practice, you're going to be a healthy scratch and you're going to sit and you're going to watch. And they're going to bring some discipline in there. And every player hates playing for him because he disciplines them.
Well, there's disciplining and then there's what he does.
Yeah. But you get a Nico Sturm who is going to the media after every ugly loss during that 6-game losing streak and calling players out by name and saying he is not performing. This team sucks. They just need to get up and quit being lazy. And
See,
every
I don't like
player
that.
in that locker room loves him. I'm torn because I love discipline. I love everybody being held to account.
You heard it here first, folks. Jeff loves discipline. Take it out of context.
Yeah, please clip that. No, but I don't care if you're the highest paid player in the league. I don't care if you're the best. You show up late to practice, you should be fined for that by the team. You should be penalized. You should be a scratch. Whatever it is. There needs to be punishment. If you are the best player on the team and you're screwing up on shifts, yeah, you should miss a shift. You should be punished for those things. There needs to be accountability. I don't care who you are. You are not greater than the team. And this goes for every sport. He is finding a way to hold everybody accountable, roast the ever-living heck out of them, and yet they all still love him. And it's got to be it's got to be a presence thing behind the scenes. because he is doing it in such a way that it's not these guys suck and there's no hope and our season's lost. He's going out saying these guys sucked tonight and I'm upset because I know them and I know that they can do better and I expect more. And they respect him for that. And he is creating a winning culture in Boston again. I will not, and I have not, I've said it here multiple times, I will not blame the last 3 coaches that have unfairly been fired out of Boston for the struggles that have happened. It has not been their fault. They were the whipping boy. They did not deserve to lose their jobs. But the culture that has been exuding out of Boston under Nico Sturm is something that I don't know that I've ever seen. And it is impressive to watch, and we are seeing those results to the point where Morgan Geekie is on the leaderboard for the league goals. Who?
I'm sorry, who?
Exactly.
Like, at least I've heard of Macklin Celebrini and Connor Bedard.
Yeah.
But the only
Which
reason I
brings up my next
remember
point.
Morgan Geekie's name is because I thought his name was hilarious.
Yeah. But yeah, no, Boston's turned it around. Anaheim's turned it around. Let's take a look at it. I sent you a meme about it, but let's take a look at the sheet again there of the top scorers in the league, top points. Who are the top 4 in points right now? As the meme that I sent you said, we have Nathan McKinnon and 3 children who can't legally drink a beer.
Yeah. And
Leo
a guy
Carlson,
who was drinking
Connor
beer
Bedard,
since he
Macklin
was 12 and
Celebrini.
over in Europe.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah. The baby face.
Beyond those guys,
Look
you
at that
kind of
lead.
get, you get a lot of the usual suspects. You got Eichel, Makar, McDavid, Kaprizov. You got a lot of these guys up there that you would expect.
Right. Is that
You got the future is
what
now.
an acne forehead is going
Yeah.
on here?
Yeah. And this is after when Utah went on that 7-game win streak, and Logan Cooley was the hottest thing in the league. And he's dropped off the last couple games, but the whole team just sucks.
They're a
I don't
young team.
know-
They're gonna be streaky a little bit. They're gonna have.
Oh yeah.
They got a little too
wasn't.
high.
I
on
don't think it was last year. I think it was 2 years ago. The NHL put out a promo, and they were doing commercials all year. The new golden age is now, I think, is what
that
they
was
were
last
saying.
year. That was last year.
Was that last year? And I saw
really
those and I
is.
said, I like the marketing. I like that you're trying to reach those old guys. Oh, the league used to be so much better, and you're trying to tell them no, it's just as good, if not better, now than it ever has been.
It's true.
The numbers are now showing it.
It really is true.
If it
is
wasn't for
crazy.
Nathan McKinnon having 9 points in the last 2 days, we would have 3 league leaders under the age of 20. 20 and under.
Nice.
And that excites me.
Well, and if you look down too, you got Nick Suzuki at 14. He's another younger guy.
Cutter Gauthier, yeah.
Yeah. Wyatt Johnston, Troy Terry.
Sidney Crosby, who's that?
Oh man, Sid. Remember when we used to call him Sid the Kid? Sid the Kid.
Yeah. It's Sid the old
We got
man,
another
though.
kid in there. He's just a young guy.
Freaking Islanders. What's his name? Schaefer.
Matthew
Schaefer.
Schaefer.
He's not a flash in the pan. He's the real deal.
Schaefer. Oh, I love that man. He's so good.
And it's been interesting, and maybe I'm biased and I'm only seeing what I want to see. I don't think that's the case. I'm willing to concede that ground if necessary. But being a fan of other sports and other sports leagues, I don't know that I've ever seen this. There's always been crop of new kids coming up. There's always been fresh blood coming up that, oh yeah, they're good and they have potential. But there's a couple here and there. And then there's just a lot of role players. I don't know that I've ever seen the league as a whole be dominated to this fashion by kids.
Like Matthew Schaefer and Ivan
It's
Demidov and
yeah.
Drew Verdum and Beckett Senek, Oliver Kapanen,
Yeah.
Lushanov.
This
Look
is
at all these names that
exciting.
none of us can pronounce. all right there.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's so cool. And then
I feel like every team's got some young kid who's just coming out of nowhere and just blowing things up, and it's awesome to watch. It is exciting. We have an exciting future ahead.
yeah, it's making fantasy real interesting right now because a lot of people that didn't realize their team was going to be good is now really good. Because
Yeah.
you're like, man, I drafted Leo Carlson like the 14th round.
Yeah.
And now it's like,
And
oh, cool.
and the people like me that thought their team was going to be good now have 6 players on IR. I hate fantasy hockey.
And you didn't even pick Kaprizov this year.
Ah, right? I tried.
And he's not injured. That's the craziest
know.
part. He's stayed
I
healthy
know.
so far. There's still time. Still time.
Until he gets traded to me, then he'll be out for
Hey,
the rest of the season.
at least Mark Stone is on LTIR. At least we still have that. Not everything has changed.
Yes, there is some semblance of normal here in the world. Kynan, let's wrap this up here. We have some cool photos to show you guys.
Yeah.
Now, it could be that I just have zero connection to Finland. I mean, they're cool. I do like them, but like, okay, whatever. It's a new Finland jersey. But here's Finland's Olympic jerseys for the 2026 Olympics, which, by the way, 3 months away. Kind of felt like it was going to be a long time, but it's only 3 months now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty nice. I like the blue.
I like the blue a lot more than the white.
I don't mind the white. I like it. I actually like this little collar thing. I think that's cool.
Let me clarify.
I think the
dislike
Nike logo placement's a weird spot to put the Nike logo. That's my only complaint. Is why did it go there? Normally it's like on the back of the collar.
Yeah.
Or like a crest right there.
With that being said, I'd much rather have the Nike logo there if Nike's doing the jerseys instead of a sponsorship patch.
I don't think we'd get sponsorship patches for the Olympic jerseys. That never happens.
I sure hope not.
No.
We should be getting sponsorship patches anywhere, but I'm just an old man yelling at clouds.
Yeah. It's also, since when does Nike do hockey jerseys? What the heck?
Right?
But then, Jeff, I
loved these.
I
loved these.
Okay, I'm going to start on the first
Have you heard any controversy?
Boom.
Because I have heard mixed reviews, and some people hate the Canada jerseys.
So the white one, great, love them. These are great. This is the white Canada jerseys. Now these are the dark ones, aka black.
That is sick. I love it.
I'm not sure.
I love it.
I'm not sure. I don't love that the leaf itself is black. I don't like
Which
that.
is fair.
It doesn't pop out to. It's too hidden. It just blends in. Like I love the design. I think it's super cool, but I wish that the leaf was not black. Because I think you're hiding it, and I hate that. That's what makes me not like it.
If we could get a mock-up of
now, this is better.
Yeah. If we could get a mock-up of that exact same jersey, but instead of the black, it has the red leaf on the previous one, so I can see it, I think I might agree with you, because the red and the black contrast very, very well.
Yeah, like take this.
Yes.
And put it here.
And put it on that.
Put it there. Almost
but
like
even
how
more
this
than
is.
that
like,
one.
I kind of like this.
This one is so sick.
This one's cool. I did hear someone be like, "Oh, why do they? I hate it when they don't use colors that are on the flag. Like, there's no black on the Canadian flag. Like, oh, whatever." This one's cool.
There's always been black on Team Canada's logo.
I do like this. I do really like this one. This one.
I like that so much that I think I'm buying one.
I'm
not even cheering for Canada.
Also, apparently Bauer's making jerseys now too. Apparently everyone's getting their jerseys made by different people, not Fanatics. Which, hallelujah.
I'm perfectly okay with that.
Yeah.
Fanatics sucks.
They really do. Yeah. And let's see. And then there's one.
We also just guaranteed that Fanatics will never sponsor us, so there's that.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Their jerseys are the ones with the ads on it anyway.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah. But wait, this
Yeah,
one's a
look how
Nike.
awesome that
Wait,
is.
but this is wait, pause. Wait, Bauer,
Okay,
Nike.
good point.
Who
good point.
who's making the jerseys? I don't understand. Is it a Nike jersey? Is it Bauer? I don't know. Is it Reebok? Is Reebok getting in on this? I don't know. But yeah, I like them. I like because say for the major league black one. Like look the red on the sleeves is so cool, but
Yeah.
like the contrast is nice, but make the logo red, then make the leaf red. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being. Maybe I'm complaining.
I'm seeing a Reddit thread here with a link. They say there's a link. I'm not finding the link yet. But they have a photo of the Bauer jerseys saying that Nike's doing it officially.
Okay, whatever.
So I don't know that anybody knows here.
I don't know. I do like the red and black. I wish the black one had the red leaf, and the away jersey is also nice. So I think overall I'd give it a solid 8.3 out of 10 on these jerseys.
8.3, okay.
I'll give an 8.3 out of 10. Definitely not the worst Olympic jerseys we've ever had.
I can give you an official word here on who's doing the jerseys if you want to bring that up.
Your camera will freeze for a second. Oh no, it won't because
This is the official Team Canada store. Jerseys are on sale. Every one of them is Bauer. I'm not seeing a Nike swoosh to be found.
Sorry, what the heck is going on here?
I'm seeing old Team Canada jerseys here with Nike swooshes.
This is kind of weird.
What?
I'm not gonna lie. The tiny little the way the little letters work that looks weird with this font in this format to me.
Yeah, okay, that's
Like
fair.
I'd really like the font. Maybe it's just because McKinnon has the two letters.
Well, in that case,
look how nice the red ones are. Oh,
I know.
Oh my goodness.
It just makes me so excited to see Team US's jerseys, to see how bad they are and how much we just absolutely fall on our face.
I want one.
And seeing these jerseys here, like,
I want it.
looks much better to me than the mock-ups. The red on white here looks awesome. The mock-ups we looked at, it was like, it's cool, but whatever. But these photos,
the white. I want a white one and I want a red one. Someone sponsor it. Someone sponsor me. Tell me what you want and I'll do it.
Yes,
within reason.
somebody sponsor us to send us some jerseys.
Yeah. I'll do an ad read for a jersey. Why not? Okie dokie.
Loving it. Anyway.
Cool jerseys. We'll have to talk about teams another time because all these players that are doing really well is really starting to spark some interesting conversation about who should make the team or not.
Yep.
Do Bedard and Celebrini not only make the team but get spots on lines? I heard an interesting line. Celebrini, McDavid, Marner. I kind of like that. I kind of like that a lot.
I just know I'm excited. I'm very excited to start seeing some of these rosters revealed here. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. Hopefully soon. But the real quick update, we got Logan. 4 games total tonight.
Thompson
2 games
and Blackwood. Please.
We got 2 games going already.
Oh.
The Islanders are at the Devils. They're tied 1-1. Nashville at New York Rangers, losing 3-1. New York at home has scored.
It's happened. They've heard their goal sound.
It happened.
And it's happened 3 times today.
Hockey Jesus scored the first.
Mika Zibanejad.
Yep.
Who the heck is Matthew Wood?
Matthew Wood. Did you see that? What's his face? Panarin. Breadman shaved his whole head.
Oh.
Yeah, he's got no hair
and no goals. Heyo.
And ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Extra Attacker Show this week.
Thanks
Till
for
next week.
joining.
We'll
Bye.
see you later.